Done it twice. Certified stunner. This is a certified stunner. Get enough to live twice, you a newcomer.
Welcome to WNBA basketball on 2K Sports. And tonight we'll see the Golden State Valkyries as they go up against the New York Liberty. I'm Blake Suniga, and with me at the broadcast table are Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi. Now you take a look at the Valkyries. No big surprise in Game 1. They dropped the first game of these WNBA Finals.
Well, in this best-of-7 format, you can fall behind 2-0, but that's a pretty tough hill to climb.
Exactly, Brian. This away team needs some confidence going into Game 3. At the very least, they need to play well tonight, have something to build on for when they go back home.
Just 4 to shoot. And Allen gets it to go.
They're on the board first.
Trying to set the tone here early.
That is so key in a basketball game.
Outside Stevens. Lanham. There's a screen by Stevens. All sorts of time, and it's in off the backboard.
Loves to grow and improve. Stevens is always looking to add another wrinkle to her game, and that catch and shoot's pretty deadly.
Now here's Agumake. Back to Agumawale. Pass to Agumake. Count that one.
I think Agumake is just outplaying the defense. Even with the contact, she finds the finish inside.
Now Stevens. And here's Banham. She's covered by Allen. And here's Banham. Back to Stevens. Nelson Adota with the rebound. Pass to Allen. And here's Nelson Adota. Here's Jones. Agumawale from long range. Stevens grabs the board. Now Banham. Pass to Stevens. Nazare Stevens can't get that one to fall. Now here's Allen. Tight defense on her. Here's Agumawale. No good with the triple. And here's Banham. Pass to Jefferson. There's the triple. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Here's Nelson Adota. Back to Agumawale. Lets it go for 14. And she tries off the glass, but it's no good. New York leading. Pass to Banham. To the middle. Here's Stevens. Down it. Her second make in 4 attempts.
Stevens can score from anywhere, but on the interior is where the defense really has to worry about her.
Back to Agumawale. Out to Agumake. Nelson Adota. She's guarded by Stevens. Outside Agumawale. The trade. Arike Agumawale with another miss.
For her team's sake, she should ease off the shots a little bit because nothing is dropping for her.
Parked down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call. Agumawale with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Agumake inside. She's covered by Jefferson. Agumake, that's good.
dominates the paint, game in and game out. Ogumake is physical around the rim.
Pass to Griner. Now here is Ionescu. She's covered by Allen. Back to Griner. Some solid defense there from Brianna Jones. Valkyries trail. Now Gumbawale. And that misses. That would have put them up.
You know, it's not been the best quarter for her as far as scoring. We'll see if she can get back on track.
Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
It's easier to find success in the pick and roll game when you have the kind of high basketball IQ Ionescu has.
Ogumake outside. Shot clock at 6. Ogunbowale from downtown. The rebound by Brittany Griner.
She's been struggling big time in this quarter, guys.
She really has tightened up. I'm just not seeing any flow to her game right now.
Here's the Valkyries with the ball. A 4-point game. Ogumake outside. Over Stevens. And Ogumake gets it to go.
Such a well-rounded offensive player. She's got a little bit of everything.
Pass to Cannon. Stevens. Ionescu. She's covered by Allen. Now Cannon. For 3. The Valkyries pull it in. Here's Ogumake. It's deflected. And they get it back. It's Lindsay Allen on the wing. Jones right side. On the wing, Neko Ogumake. Tries again. Jefferson pulls it in. Pass to Ionescu. Outside Stevens. New York, no good that time either.
But he got away with a major lapse there.
Ogumake outside. Here's Nelson Adota. The 10-footer. No good off the back of the rim.
They were ready for her there. I mean, just totally collapsed the D on her.
And that one drops for her.
Just really good awareness right there on the assist.
And so it's Golden State with it. Trailing by 4. And the call is going to be, an illegal screen.
Very close call there on the illegal screen.
But I'd go along with it. You know, to me, it didn't really look like her feet were set.
Now here is Ionescu. She's guarded closely. Pass to Stevens. The little short-range fadeaway off target. Covered by Ionescu. And here's Nelson Adota. Now here's Ogumake. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Nelson Adota. And she makes the first. That one is no good. New York in the lead. Griner. Trying her luck from deep. Can't get it to go. She's taken 2 and missed 2. Here's James. Here's Agumbawale. Launches a 3. Freaky that time from Sabrina Ionescu.
Down right now in the game, and you can look at her performance as a direct indicator of why they are losing.
Down low. A shot by Nelson Adota, no good.
The D was ready for her that time, and they had to be. She is strong in the paint.
Pass to Zondalazini. Now here's Griner. D right on her. Shot is good by Ionescu.
Never scared to score near the hoop. Ionescu has a really impressive touch inside.
Now James. And there's the pick. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land. And a closely contested grit and grind first quarter comes to a close. Liberty out in front, up by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. A close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And taking a look at the Liberty performance here. Guys, what are your thoughts?
Some great defense on their part so far in this one.
They've really worked well as a unit to help on drives and rotations.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
And it's in.
Yeah, late reaction for the defense. She's always going to convert that.
Outside Hayes. Back to Ionescu. From outside the arc. It's not going to fall. She's taken 4 shots and made 2. And here's James. Outside Agumbawale. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Tiffany Hayes on the wing. Guarded now by Agumbawale. Inside. That's tipped. Covered by Ionescu. Pass to Agumbawale. Beyond the arc. The three-pointer is on target.
Well, we know Agumbawale has the shooting touch, and she's more than comfortable extending her range.
Griner with the screen. Here's Hayes. Valkyries with the rebound.
Terrific D. That's how to protect the rim.
Pass to James. Agumbawale from long range. Arike Agumbawale with another miss. Now Ionescu. And again, it's the Liberty missing.
Well defended that time. She's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when she's ready to pull the trigger.
Yeah, and you can see that. They recognize that. They're not going to let her get easy shots.
Here's James. There's the 3. Her aim is not true. That makes her 1 for 2. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Valkyries. So both teams changing it up here. Golden State leading. To the paint. Here's Ogumake. And it's blocked by Brittany Griner.
Such a strong defensive prowess. I love how Griner makes shooters think not once, not twice, but probably at least 3 times before shooting the rock around her.
Now here's Allen. Outside Agumbawale. And again, Golden State no good.
She just has not gotten into the flow of this game. But, yeah, her teammates have certainly done their part today, but she just hasn't gotten into the flow of this game. And it's been tough to see.
Pass to Allen. Back to Ogumake. Excellent D there from Brittany Griner.
And she continues to search for her rhythm. It's eluded her so far.
Ionescu outside. The basket is good. That's her 6th attempt and her 3rd make.
With great size for a point, Ionescu could just bounce off contact.
Outside Agunbowale. Here's the 3. And that's out of bounds. Golden State retaining possession.
So close to picking that pass off.
Still a nice play, though, to make sure the pass didn't reach the target.
Ogumake left side. Griner with the rebound. New York in the lead. Pass to Ionescu. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Valkyries.
Yeah, I think she has been way off the mark this quarter. It is getting rough.
Outside Agunbowale. Now Ogumake. Good, and the assist goes to Agunbowale.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to stop Nneka. She's so strong, yet can really get verticality on her shots.
And the Liberty call time here. Griner up top. Mack. And a miss there on the triple. Now Bell. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Started now by Agunbowale. New York, no good that time either.
That's one she knows she should have drained.
Pass to Ogumake. Back to Agunbowale. And stolen by Brittany Griner. Now Ionescu. Griner, she's covered by Ogumake. That one, good for 2.
Yeah, seeing over defenders contributes to Griner's dominance down low. He's just lethal around the rim.
Now here's Agunbowale. Pass to Allen. Poked away. Oh, and the fast break for the Liberty. Up the floor. Shot is good by Ionescu.
Intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Timeout called here by the Valkyries. Both teams deciding to change it up. Golden State trailing here. Pass to Jones. Bell, picked by Jones. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Ogumake missing.
It's going to be tough for them to trim this deficit if she continues to miss those kinds of shots. And she doesn't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions.
to Jones.
Love the physical play from Jones, going up hard inside.
And the first one falls for her. So she hits 1 of 2 from the strike. And it's New York's ball. Here's Banham. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Back to Stevens. And a great assist that time by Sabrina Ionescu as that one goes in.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they keep allowing easy looks inside.
Now here's Allen. Picked by Agumake. Pass to Jones. Now Agumake. Another shot. New York with the rebound.
Trying to get them back into it, but the results haven't been there.
Ionescu up top. Pass to Jefferson. It's stolen by Neko Agumake. Here's Allen. James. Now Agumake. Covered by Ionescu. And Agumake gets it to go.
Really, that's their strong suit, the ability to find a way through the D and finish at the rim.
Here's New York now. Now here is Ionescu. She's got 9. To the paint. Stevens. And she comes up with the deuce.
And 10 of their last 12 points now have come off an assist.
They're just moving the ball well, getting everybody involved.
Now here's Jones. And stolen by Stevens. Here's Cannon. Chase covered by Allen. Pass to Cannon. Now here's Ionescu. 6 to shoot. Here's Jefferson. And Jones pulls it down. Now here's Allen. Covered by Ionescu. Allen with it. Agumake inside. The layup off target. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Liberty out in front, leading by 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter after the break. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. One of the stories here is definitely Stevens being able to get it done.
It's amazing to watch. She spoils us with her performances game in, game out. And so far, another big scoring night for her.
And oftentimes when she puts up that many points in the first half, she follows it up with an even better second half. So we'll see if that happens again here.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break, and we'll see if one can pull away in the third. Here's Banham. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Pass to Stevens. And she gets it to go from the high post.
Great teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
They're playing as one. 5 straight baskets resulting from assists.
Great team basketball.
Now here's Agumbawale. The kick out to Allen. Here's Jones. She's guarded by Griner. Lindsay Allen for 3. The rebound by the Liberty.
Battling hard on the glass, and they hold the advantage there.
Yeah, they're fighting for every loose carom and giving it as good as they get inside.
Here's Banham. The three-pointer off the mark. Pass to Allen. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Agumbawale from long range. Stevens grabs the board.
Some of the shots she's taken today have been absolute head scratchers. She's out there playing like it's a game of horse, and it's not.
Banham. Pass to Griner. Shoots over Jones. Hits the jump hook.
Their crisp passing has opened things up offensively.
Yeah, it makes the game easy. 10 straight points off of an assist. That's impressive.
Now here's Agumake. He's got 10. The rebound by Brittany Griner.
They start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Now Banham. Fires from deep. The shot misses. Golden State trailing here. Pass to Allen. Back to Agumbawale. And again, Golden State no good.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's been the result for her over and over. I mean, she just cannot find the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Banham. Wyatt so far offensively searching for her first points of the game. And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside Agumbawale. Pass to Jones. Back to Agumbawale. It's over Jefferson. The bank shot, no good.
An ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
The 3 is up. Echo Agumake with the rebound.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
And she had one in the first as well. And look, we all know that she can be dangerous from downtown. So the defense can't forget about her.
Here's Banham. Pass to Jefferson. The 3 ball. And Jones pulls it down. And it's the Valkyries' ball. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Nelson Adota. That falls. Nice feed that time from Lindsay Allen.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. Nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
New York calls timeout.
They could tell their players were dragging a bit and called timeout to let them catch their breath.
Griner, the 3. They get the rebound. Up top, Allen. Goes outside. Agumbawale. Pass to Agumake. Just 5 on the clock. Outside Agumbawale. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. New York leading. And here's Cannon. Back to Griner. Now here's Ionescu. Defense right on him.
Didn't come away with points, but they'd be happy if every possession ended with that shot.
Pass to Allen. And here's Nelson Ododa. She's guarded by Griner. Here's Jones. Agumbawale. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Now Ionescu. Trying to get back on track. Again, Sabrina Ionescu missing. Over McKay outside. Outside Agumbawale. Looking to get back on track, and she sinks the layup.
Well, the best scorers oftentimes have an inside and outside game, and Agumbawale flashes signs of both.
Now here's Ionescu. 9 points in the game. Left side, Stevens. The Valkyries pull it in.
You just assume she's going to knock those down when she's as open as she was there.
Jones outside. Outside Agumbawale. Back to Jones. To the middle. Oop, they picked the pass. And another basket for Golden State.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. And I know nobody likes a traffic jam, but this defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Yeah, nobody likes a traffic jam. We can agree on that. They can't allow the offense to get those high-quality looks inside.
Shot is good by Ionescu.
And Ionescu is inflicting major damage right now. The defense looks helpless.
Timeout called here by the Valkyries.
She's left a lot to be desired with that shot selection. Forced, ill-advised, contested shots all game. If I was coaching, I'd sit her down for a while.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Nelson Ododa. Suarez covering. Knocks down the three ball. The Liberty trail. Pass to Mack. Clock at 6. Sabrina Ionescu from outside. Hits the three-point bomb.
She's finally getting the feel for the deep ball. Her second three of the half right there.
McKay outside. Down low. James. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, you allow someone to get to the rim like that. Really, that's your only option.
Yeah, free throws are always better than a layup. I would agree with that.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Ionescu. She's got 15. Three-pointer. That's good. It's her 7th made basket in 14 tries.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over again.
They might have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Now here's Agumbawale. 8 points for her. Jones outside. Goes up from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Suarez. And these guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assists.
When everybody's involved offensively, it's in a way helping you defensively too.
Count that one.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Great ball movement indeed. That's an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now here's a Google wallet. Here's Jones. It's blocked. Here's Mack. Pass to Ionescu. But they get it back. Now here's Suarez. 5 to shoot. Ionescu misses. Golden State trailing here. And here's Bell. Now here's a Gumbawale. Covered by Ionescu. Pass to Mack. Off with the layup. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Liberty. They're up by 5. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And welcome back as we get rolling once more. Fourth quarter right ahead, and what'll be a very well-contested game. Here's Bell. Pass to James for 3. Good on the triple.
Guarding her on the perimeter, it might not be a priority for them right now, but it will be if she keeps hitting those.
Back to Ionescu. Now Griner. She's covered by Ogumake. Now Ionescu. And the rebound goes to the Valkyries.
You know, once she had to change her shot in the face of the D, you kind of got a feeling it wasn't going to go.
Griner with the rebound. New York leading. Outside Hayes. Pass to Ionescu. Fires for 3. That shot off the mark.
I don't know if she just ran out of gas or what, but she's been awful since the second half started. Got to get recharged.
And the basket is good.
Good job to create the easy bucket.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Ionescu. She's covered by Allen. Pass to Mack. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from outside.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there. She was all alone for that shot. I mean, that's like a warm-up jumper.
Now here's Ogumake. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. And Jewel at the line.
Well, on the floor, Nneka Ogumake can be so imposing. She's got a clear height advantage over many players, and she knows how to fight for her shots.
And the Liberty making a change here.
Yeah, they'd have loved to cut it to 1 there, but they're still in decent shape if they can get a stop.
Pass to Mack. And here is Stevens. Ionescu outside. They get it back. Reiner, soft touch off the glass.
That might be the last player in this league you want to get an offensive board. At 6'9", Reiner can get the ball back up and in real quick.
Now here's Allen. Out to the wing. There's Bell. No good on the 3. For those joining us, fourth quarter here, and we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Ionescu outside. Here's Stevens. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
It's good.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Pass to Mack. Stevens. Off the mark there with the 3. Inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's a tie ball game.
That is some dime dropping, exquisite assist.
Here's Mack. Stevens. Pass to Ionescu.
From past the arc, it's good from long range.
Wow, great performance from the arc here in this second half, right?
And so it's Golden State with it.
They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Now here's Allen.
Defense is right there.
Now Bell. Pass to James.
Takes the three. That one doesn't drop. Here's Griner. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
He has shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves.
Now here's Allen. Covered by Ionescu.
Pass to Agumake.
When you watch Nneka Agumake, you just marvel at the combination of physical strength and agility. Good luck stopping her without fouling her.
And she knocks down the first one.
Well, one of their problems in the first half was their shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much better since halftime.
And they're holding on to the slimmest of leads.
And they can't afford to let it get any slimmer.
They swipe it.
Pass to James.
And she uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, always aware of what's happening on the court. Agumake keeps her teammates engaged.
Here's Mack. Back to Ionescu.
The three. And Jones pulls it down.
And here's James. Nelson Adota.
Now here's Agumake. To take the lead.
Ogumake. That one falls, coming off Arike Ogunbowale's nice feed.
You have to respect the outside game from Agumake. She's not just a post player.
Pass is on Delasini.
Mack.
Here's Griner. Guarded by Jones.
Picked by Ionescu. Here's Mack.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Griner. Guarded by Jones. It's good.
Not afraid to play rough and rugged. Griner shows the ability to power through contact.
Ogumake outside.
Pass to Nelson Adota. Here's James.
Now here's Agumake.
Covered by Ionescu.
For three, Nneka Agumake.
Griner with the rebound. And here's Zandalasini.
Griner with the screen. Pulls up. And the first shot of the night for her, missing. Pass to Agumake. Back to Agumake. Again, the miss by Nneka Agumake. To the middle. Ionescu gets the bucket.
What a huge basket. Ionescu is at her best in the game's biggest moments.
The Valkyries trail. Now a timeout called by Golden State. And you look at Ionescu, what a contribution.
Good timeout. She's absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on her much quicker, and they need to figure out a way to stop her from three-point range.
And so it's Golden State with it.
Pass to Agumake. Allen. Agumake outside. Six to shoot. Fires from the wing. That one is off.
And so it's New York with it. The lead is 2.
Now Banner.
Pass to Griner. Out of bounds. Liberty ball as New York keeps possession. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Stevens. That one drops for it.
This coaching staff has so much trust in Stevens to come through when they need him.
Outside of Gumbawale. It's Lindsey Allen on the wing. Back to Gumbawale. To end the drought. Rebound New York. Jefferson with it. To the inside. The jump hook. Reiner with the bucket. Getting it done inside.
Using her rare combination of size and skill, Reiner scores points when it matters. I love to see that kind of composure in the clutch.
And there's the whistle. Ely was free.
Good call there. Her feet still moving when she set the screen.
And she sort of lowered her shoulder into her, too. A move you perfected, actually. But they were going to get her there one way or the other.
And she's the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Banham. Outside Stevens.
Yeah, that was tunnel vision on that pass, focusing really only on the target and didn't see the defender. Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
And a chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
Lock in, maintain focus.
Cannon. She's covered by Ogumake. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up 5. And she cannot convert on the second. That one misses. And it's the Valkyries' ball. Here's Ogumawale. Jefferson pulls it in. And now we've got the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but she's probably the last player they want to send to the line.
Yeah, but they didn't have the time to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Yeah, that's a good point. They could not waste any more time.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Referee Neko Ogumake. No luck on that one. So it's New York winning this one.